in battle. The brightly colored tunic and horse comparison were the exclusive privilege of the noble class, of which the knight was a member. The symbols and markings on the knight's costume, his battle flag, and his shield signal the presence of heraldry, which first emerged during the medieval age. Colors such as red, blue, and gold extolled virtue, bravery, or wealth. Symbols fashioned after beasts found in the endless forests, the bear and the deer represented power and swiftness. Even creatures from faraway places, such as the lion, were used to denote strength. Picture yourself in the heat of battle. Hundreds of armored knights surround you. The air is thick with dust and ringing with the clash of swords. Everyone around you is covered with dirt and blood.
I can't see. I'm going for green. We are green, so that's the name. Oh, come on, green!
You raise your mighty sword preparing to strike when all of a sudden you realize everyone looks the same. You either cannot see or cannot recognize anyone's face. How does one identify allies from enemies on the field of battle? Heraldry. It was the only way to recognize friend from foe. The symbols of heraldry, known as devices on the knight's shield, horse, flag, and tunic, allowed him to recognize an opponent on the battlefield.
Each knight must memorize the heraldry of his allies in order to bring combat to only the enemy in the thick of the fight.
Our visit to the past finds no more important touchstone conveying the strength, the power, and the majesty of the medieval age than the knight prepared for battle.
I burped.
Well done, my lords.
It smells like dog food. It does. Oh, now here comes red. You're going hungry.
Time to test your knowledge. We've come up with some questions that we thought would be fun to share with you, so don't be shy. If you think you know the answer, shout it out.
We'll give you some choices to think about, but only one will be right. We'll call the choices A,
Oh
B,
yeah, I'm getting some bread.
C,
Yeah, I want some more.
and D.
I'm gonna grab everything.
Here we go.
I got a bunch of bread right here. Look at that.
Tournaments
my
were
friends
held
give
in
me some bread.
celebration of great events. See if you could pick out an occasion where the king might hold a tournament. Would it be A, a victory in battle, B, the marriage of a son or daughter, C, the birth of an heir, or D, all of the above?
B for my name.
The correct answer is D.
B. I told you.
Victories in battle. These were all occasions for a great tournament. Let's try another.
I hate my name.
What was
My
the
name
system
is
of
Luke.
symbols or devices used on shields and flags called? Was it A, branding, B, heraldry, C, symbolism, or D, logos?
B. B.
It's
B. Yeah!
Remember, heraldry was how one identified friend from foe.
I love my name.
Battle.
We're tied 1-1.
It's
just that you hate your name. I love my name now. We're tied.
The most common question concerning the medieval dining experience concerns eating with one's hands. This period, sometimes referred to as the Dark Ages, was short on craftsmen, materials, and hygiene. While cutlery may have existed in many cultures and wasn't unknown among nobles of Northern and Western Europe, it was rare and expensive.
True, my lady. But while civilizations in the Middle and the Far East continued to develop cleanliness and decorum around the day's meal, the dark part of the Dark Ages crept into the medieval dining hall. Now,
Sulfate.
Everyone hold up your fork.
We don't
See
got
what I'm doing? Hold up your fork. Hold it up!
Oh, your hand.
Doesn't matter if you hold up your right or your left hand, either can be a fork. Now hold up your other hand. Yes, that is your knife.
Thank you, Lord Chancellor. As we enjoy the adventure of eating with our hands today, we have the pleasure of doing so with all the advantages of modern-day surroundings.
Clips on YouTube.
But in the typical great hall of a nobleman in the medieval era, guests are seated on rough-hewn benches and long tables that will wash down, but not necessarily clean. The air is thick with wood smoke from fireplaces where the food is being prepared. A mist of animal fats or oils from small lanterns that provided the only light would cause the smoke to linger like wet fog. The roof, often patched with sod, provided a light covering of dirt over the gathering, as rain sometimes carried it through the ceiling and onto the meal.
So long, Lord Chancellor. All the noble women would gather in the great hall, wearing their finest gowns, belts made of jewels, and capes fashioned from the most expensive of materials. Families, long separated by distance, would reunite, arranging suitable marriages for their children, exchanging news, and of course later there will be minstrels and dancing.
Yes, my lady! All this upon a floor that is covered with straw. The fleas that escape from it would gnaw at the diner's ankles and legs. Uneaten parts of the meal are tossed to large dogs that belong to the homeowner and have been given free rein to wander about, fighting over the scraps.
Parades of servants carry the feast on huge platters. In a moment's time, the tables are covered in roasted game, waiting for the carver's knife. Bounty is offered by lake, sea, and stream, along with sumptuous meat pies, fresh bread, and pastries!
Once distributed, the food was consumed by hand. A small pestle was placed at each segment so that the food, which was poured into an open loaf of bread, known as a trencher loaf, could be mashed into a gruel. The softened bread and gruel, being made easier to eat by many of the celebrants who, unaware of dental hygiene, had long ago lost their teeth. Yeah!